This weekend's extreme heat also making a very active fire weekend, with fires popping up all over the area between Portland, Vancouver, and today over in Forest Grove. Our Jay Coulter is joining us live to walk us through the challenges firefighters are facing in these conditions. Jake.
That's right, John, and actually right now another fire to add to this weekend's tally, this time at an apartment complex here in Old Town, where we're told at least one person has been injured. And firefighters say the heat and dry conditions can not only make a fire worse, but also take a stronger toll on the firefighters.
When the heat hits, what would be a kind of a routine structure fire for us becomes a lot more difficult.
The Portland Fire Bureau releasing photos of firefighters looking exhausted while fighting a house fire on Friday during the extreme heat.
When you're fighting fire, even a structure fire, when it's this hot outside, you just don't have that ability for your temperature, your core temperature to come back down. So hydration beforehand is really important. Trying to get rest when you can is important. But then during those responses, what we do a lot is bring extra resources to the scene so that we can rotate folks in and out.
The heat combined with the dry conditions also creating a perfect recipe for brush fires. Early Sunday morning, a brush fire broke out in rural Washington County, threatening a home.
The fire got within 5 feet of their pump house, so if that would have got going, it would have been easier for it to spread to the house.
That fire burning an acre and a half and taking hours to get under control. Firefighters remained on scene throughout the day to monitor any potential rekindlings. And an even more serious brush fire situation in Vancouver Saturday night, with nearly 5 acres of brush burning dangerously close to residences and power lines.
What we had on our side last night was that there was very little wind. A wind-driven fire is a much more dangerous situation, so the lack of wind helped us get a hold of that fire.
Firefighters emphasizing that people need to avoid doing things that could spark a fire.
All summer long, regardless of the heat, we ask people to practice fire safety, especially out in the rural areas, minimize use of power tools, weed eaters, mowers. Unfortunately, early this summer we had someone welding in a field, so anything that's going to create a spark, try not to use it.
And firefighters also pointing to local burn bans still in effect, and say it's always a good idea to have an evacuation plan, especially if your home backs up to brushland.